And welcome back once again to another episode of the DVO show with me, DVO, Derek Van Otten. Once again, thank you for tuning in. This week, or this episode, I should say, I'm going to start with this. An interesting thing happened with a friend of ours, me and my wife's, and this friend of ours, she's been struggling. She's been struggling lately. She's been struggling with a sickness, and I'll just say it. She's struggling with cancer, and she's very young. She's in her 30s, and this news. I mean, she's been dealing with it for maybe a year now. Would be my guess. She's been dealing with it, and it's been sad for my wife. She's more of a friend to my wife, and it's been sad for my wife. You know, to kind of see her friend go through this. And if you know someone that has fought cancer, then you know what I mean. So why I'm bringing this topic up is not only our friend is battling cancer. She just was given the news that it's potentially spreading, and she's in her, probably mid-30s would be my guess. And a fighter, a UFC MMA fighter that we liked watching, we just found out he recently passed away from also cancer at the age of 34. And I don't know, like this, for some reason, I don't know about you guys, but I think of my death regularly. I don't know why. I don't know if anyone else is. If you're the type of person that always thinks of your death, please let me know. I'm very curious if it's just me or what. Like, I'm always just worried. I drive a lot, going to appointments. I ride motorcycles, and so I don't know why I think about this all the time. Because I think about my family. What would happen to my family if anything happens to me? Are they going to be taken care of? Who's going to take care of them? Like, that's my number one priority. Luckily, I have really great life insurance, so financially they will be just fine. But emotionally, they're going to be, I hope, devastated. I feel pretty positive that's how they would feel. But anyway, I think about that all the time. Every time I'm on my motorcycle and getting to an intersection, I think about it. My brother and I on our podcast Buco Boys, we recently just witnessed a car accident. It happened right in front of us. This was only a couple weeks ago. We were driving, heading north on a highway, and a car in front of us was T-boned. The car we were heading northbound. A car heading westbound was not paying attention. They had a solid red light, and they just flew through that intersection like it was green. And they T-boned this SUV. Luckily, it was one driver in the vehicle. I believe it was a Toyota Sequoia, I believe. It was pretty, it's a good sized SUV. And this little Nissan car. I'm sure both vehicles will be totaled. But the SUV was fine. Anyway, there was only one driver in each vehicle, the only passenger in each vehicle, and they were both shooken up, but fine. That's important. But I was just thinking, like, what if I was on my motorcycle and I was 3 seconds in front, and I was the one that got struck? That's what goes through my mind. So, as a quick little reminder, real quick, everyone. Please be aware on the roads. Please don't drive distracted. Because imagine if that driver, again, let's just say back. Let's just say instead of riding with my car, I'm sorry. All right. Sorry, reset. Instead of riding with my brother who was driving his Tesla, it has a dash cam. I don't know if you guys know, but Teslas come pre-built with dash cams inside. But imagine if I was just riding alone on my motorcycle and I was 3 seconds earlier and I got T-boned on my motorcycle. I don't know if I would have survived it. Anyway, check out The Reel. It's on me and my brother's other podcast page, Buco Boys. So that's on Instagram or Facebook, but actually I think it's more on Instagram. It's a reel. It has gotten over 3,000 likes. I don't know how many views, but it has over 3,000 likes. And we posted it because, again, he's got a dash cam, so we've recorded everything. And I am just so surprised at how many likes this reel has. I don't know how many views. I don't know if it tells me how many views. I don't know if it tells me. I'll kind of look as I talk. But imagine if that was me. Like, how would my family, kind of feel about this? I'm sure it would not be good for them. Emotionally and everything. It doesn't show me how many people saw it. But it's got, oh my gosh, at the time of this, I'm surprised at how many people constantly just keep liking it. It's got almost 4,000 views. Or I'm sorry, likes. Almost 4,000 likes. So I would say maybe double have viewed it. Or triple. I have no idea. But a lot of people are interested in that, apparently, because they're watching this reel of a car accident. And it was a reminder to me to always watch the intersections closely as I approach them on my motorcycle. Probably even I should also in my car. But I do think about my death every day. I think about it every day. So number one reason is my family. The other reason is I don't want to die because I want to see what happens in life. Like I'm so interested in technology. How much further are we going to advance? We have advanced leaps and bounds year to year in technology. Like leaps and bounds. Like I look at, like right now I'm recording. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see my office, my home office in the background, and I look at all my equipment here, all the technology to even create podcasts and YouTube videos. It's incredible where we came from just a few years ago, how much we've advanced, and I'm just very curious to see how much it advances. I'm very curious. I'm very curious to see what my great grandkids will be like. I mean, these are things I think about, and I don't know. I want to live forever. I'm fascinated with life. I think life is exciting. Will we find out the truth about UFOs and outer space aliens? Will they present themselves to us? These are the things will we ever discover Bigfoot or the Loch Ness monster, Yeti? These are the things that I wonder about. I mean, I'm sure I believe in these things myself. And so I believe one day it will be revealed or found out, and I like to be around when it happens. Anyway, these are some of the reasons why I want to stick around, be with my family, and just kind of see what happens in life. The mysteries, how many mysteries will be solved, and I want to be around for it. How many cool movies are going to keep being released and made? I love watching movies. I want to continue watching those. But I know one day it's going to end, and I think about laying in my deathbed, looking at my kids, and grandkids. I think about these things. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I think this way, but I do. And watching this video and hearing about one of our favorite fighters just passing away, the same day our friend is told terrible news by her doctor, and it just makes me think about the speed of life. We're living in the speed of life. We can't control it. We can't stop it. We can't slow it down. Time is precious. Time is valuable. So when I think about every day my death, I think about how much I want to spend time with my loved ones. How much I want to, I don't want to say YOLO. I think YOLO, you only live once. I think that can be a dangerous type of motto, but it's not a bad one. So I just told you, we just had a little family vacation to California. We went to Disneyland. I haven't been in 25 years. My first time back in 25 years. My wife's first time. My baby's first time. My older one, I think this was maybe her fourth time, roughly. And maybe I've been like 4 times. So anyway, like I just enjoyed it. We're going back in December. this December for my birthday, for a little family Christmas to get together, we are going back to Disneyland to experience what it's like around Christmas time. And so within 4 months, we're going back a second time. We're spending 2 days instead of 1 day this time. And, we thought about it, like, should we do this? Is this a good idea? We just came back from vacation. Are we going to go back to another vacation right away? And so I don't want to say I live YOLO, but it was a situation where it's like, hey, listen, why not? We're thinking about it. We enjoyed ourselves. We want to go back. We missed some things. Let's do it. YOLO. No, I really don't live like that. But I'm not going to lie. I do think of it sometimes. I think of, hey, listen, I don't know how I could die tomorrow. Why not enjoy something today? So I do think about that. And, again, the speed of life, man. It's the speed of life. We can't control. We can't stop it. It's going to happen. We're all going to go one day, right? So it's one of the things that's guaranteed in life. It's the end of life. And that's why I'm a big, what do you call it? I'm a big believer in having life insurance because it is one of the things that is guaranteed. There's very few things that are guaranteed. In fact, the joke is always there's two things guaranteed: taxes and death. Taxes and death, the two things that are guaranteed. So I'm a big believer in life insurance because you never know what's going to happen. And I have a lot of friends in the life insurance world. So if you are interested in getting information on life insurance, getting information on how the benefits, there's a lot of different types of life insurance out there. If you're curious, what kind should you get? What's best for you? Let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer these questions for you. I have a lot of friends in the life insurance world all across the country. I can help find someone for you. So wherever you're listening to this, if you need guidance where to find someone that does life insurance, I know people all over the country. I'll be more than happy to coordinate a meeting with you. Coordinated, yeah. So anyway, this is not a life insurance sales pitch, but I do believe it. I think it's important. So if I'm going to be giving life tips and life coaching tips here on this podcast, I do recommend you have life insurance because it's not if it happens, it's when it happens, right? We're going to die. And how do I say this? Our friend that is going through her cancer battle, she actually did buy life insurance from me maybe a couple years ago. And when she first told us the news about her cancer, one of the first things I did was I looked up and said, does she still have a policy in force? And she doesn't. And she wasn't paying much because she bought it young. She bought term life insurance at a young age, so her monthly payments were very small. And her and her kids were covered, and she would have a good amount of life insurance. And now she won't, and no one will insure her at this point. And hopefully, I don't even know how to talk about this. This is such a weird thing to talk about, honestly. But I think it's important. Yeah, I think it's important, okay? I think it's important to talk about this because it's going to happen, and you should have your affairs in order. You should have a will set up. You should have life insurance set up. She works and she's got group insurance, but the problem is what happens if she can't go back to work? Will her employer group insurance still cover her if she's not working? Most likely not. And I don't. In fact, I don't even want to talk about her. I'm talking about you. If you've got a group insurance and you think it's going to cover you, it might. But what if you can't go back to work? What if you get so sick you can't go back to work? Is your employer going to keep you on the payroll? They're not. They have to let you go. They can't just let you sit on the payroll to collect benefits. They're a business. Maybe they will. Who knows? But don't rely on it. Have your own life insurance. Get term insurance. It's cheaper. It's the most simplest of kinds of life insurance. It's like car insurance. It's the most simple. Again, if you have questions, feel free to reach out and ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer this for you. But there's the speed of life here. Okay, enjoy life. I've talked about this before. Life is too short to not enjoy it. Life is too short to not enjoy it. But life is too long to be miserable. Find what you like. Enjoy life. Spend time with loved ones. If you have a thought about somebody, I've talked about this recently, right? Call them. If you think about somebody, there's a reason. Give them a call. When you're with your friends, tell them you love them. I had a friend this August of this year was, how long has he been gone now? Maybe 16 years, 15 years or so. He's been gone. He committed suicide. He didn't have insurance. And I remember when his family had to bury him, it was just dirt. There was no tombstone. They had to save money. They weren't prepared for this, right? And so, yeah, that was one of the first things that happened that really affected me with our friends. Is my friend, he hung himself. I'll just say what it is. He hung himself. It's been over 15 years now. I still think about it, but I did take that as a opportunity to always tell my loved ones, even my friends, that I love them when I see them. I say it more often. I try, and I should say it more. I need to get better at saying it more to loved ones. Tell people you love them. You don't know if it will be the last time you see them, And when that happened to my friend, that affected me, where I always try to tell my friends I love them when I see them, and it really got me interested. Like, hey, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. It's important to have life insurance. It's important to plan for the future. It's important to live life now. So living life is not just being alive. If you're sitting on your couch watching TV every day, going to a job you dislike every day, you're not living life. You're just alive. You're alive, but you're not living life. I'm not saying YOLO. I'm not saying, I'm not saying spend all your money and buy things you can't afford. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying live life. And just realize it's precious. Life is precious. Your loved ones are precious, and you don't know how much time we have with them. I can, my wife just pointed out, where she's like, her friend had a trip coming up. Her job is going to give her a trip to Mexico because of her 5-year anniversary. And she was like, I don't know, I got the kids, and sometimes I don't feel well. And my wife told her, just go. It's a free trip. It's paid already. You only live once, is what she said. And I thought, honey, that's poor choice of words in this exact scenario. But she's right? Like, it's a free trip. Like, yeah, go enjoy it. Go enjoy it. Enjoy this time. And so there's so much beauty out there in the world. Try to explore it. Try to enjoy it. There's a lot of good company around you. Enjoy their time. Enjoy their company. So anyway, I don't know. I think about this all the time. I think about it all the time, every day. And I also think about, what if something happened to my really close loved ones? Obviously, there's a lot of people that I'm around and I care about, and I don't want anything to ever happen to them. But something is going to happen to them one day, and it's unfortunate, but it will happen to them one day. But there is a very small group around me that, if anything happened to them, I would be devastated. Like, I don't know how I would function. Like, really. Like, my very close family, as in my brother, my parents, my wife, my kids, if anything happened to them, I would just be, like, I'm sure all of you would just, I'd be devastated. And I think about this all the time, every day. Every day. But it makes me run home to them and just love them more every day. Every day I get to love them more. Like, I just look at them and I admire them more. Anyway, I hope this wasn't too dark of an episode. I just want you guys to understand the speed of life is happening right now. Live life. Love your loved ones. And I'll talk to you on the next episode. Bye.